The black cats got Dave N. The white cats, they got Doug. The Google search engine has...
Hello, hello, hello! Welcome to the Jim and Ann Show! So, we're going to talk a little bit about, we're kind of continuing a little bit on the Panda talk and some of the usability issues or things with Panda. Things to look out for. So, I'm the CEO of Internet Marketing Ninjas, Jim Boykin, and this is Ann Smarty, the
Brand and Community Manager of Internet Marketing Ninjas.
rock and roll. So, Panda, Panda, as we said in the last video, has a lot to do with content. And part of it, I believe, has to do with usability issues. And one of the biggest usability issues out there is what's known as pogo sticking. And so, to give an example of that, let's say someone runs a search in Google for where to buy coffee. And so they run a search in Google and they look at the top 10 results in Google, and let's say they click on number 3 and it's Bob's Coffee. And they click on it and they look at it, and there's like, a bunch of ads all over it, and it just looks like spam, and you're just like, and you go back to Google, to the Google search. That sends a really bad signal to Google. It shows that someone ran a search, they clicked on your site, and they freaked out and went right back to Google. Really bad signal. That's pogo sticking. Another signal is someone runs a search in Google for where to buy coffee, and they click on number 4, and they go to the site and they look at the home page, and maybe it's Jim's Coffee, and they're like, I don't know, all right, here's products and prices, let me click on the detail of that, and they look at it and they're like, oh wow, like Jim's Coffee is it's $500 a pound, like, oh, I'm getting out of here or whatever, and they back, and they go back to Google search. That sends a bad signal as well. It tells Google, well, the person, clicked on the result, they were on the home page for a minute, they went to another page, but then they just went back. So it tells Google they didn't find what they were looking for. Not a good signal either. And a lot of people confuse it because they're like, oh, they're on the site a while, and the bounce rate looks low or whatever, and they're going to 3 pages, and it's like,
But there is no real way to to tell.
Not with the tools that Google provides for us, but they have their own little tools. And so the third main signal that someone can give is the good signal. So again, I go to that search for where to buy coffee, and I look at number 5, and it's Ann's Coffee, and I go over to Ann's site, and instantly I see right off the bat, she says, coffee, $3 a pound, free shipping, order right now. Oh, wow, click, and my number, boom, 30 seconds later, I'm done, and then I go off to Twitter. Oh, what's going on in Twitter? And Google says, the person ran the search, went to the site, and didn't come back. Or maybe, here's kind of another example. So I run that search, I click on Ann's site, and Ann says, I'm a coffee connoisseur, and here's the 10 websites where if you want to buy the world's best coffee, go to one of these 10. So I go to the website, I run the search where to buy coffee, click on Ann's site, go over there. Oh, there's 10 other websites that sell coffee that she recommends. I click on a link and I go off site. And again, Google's like, well, they didn't come back to Google. They must have found what they were looking for. So that's good signals. So part of Panda, one of the usability things to look at is, are you serving the user intents of the people that are coming to your pages? If you're you got to look at the words that people are using to reach your site as well. And one of the examples I like, every single site ranks for weird phrases. And if you rank for a ton of weird phrases and a ton of the traffic that's coming to your site, you're not giving them what they're looking for, and that when they go to your page, they're just bouncing back to Google, that's bad. And so, one of your thoughts is, when you see one of those weird phrases that you're ranking for and you're getting a whole bunch of traffic for it, either de-optimize it is one option. do things so that you don't rank as much, or put something on that page that says, hey, if you're looking for this, here's 3 great resources, go check them out. So people are like, oh, this page doesn't serve me, but here's where I need to go. Perfect. It's just so they don't go back to Google. So that's one of the aspects. I mean, other things can happen as well. Things like your click-through rate in the search results. That's just a general overall thing as well. But if your click-through rate has always been low, that's certainly not gonna help you as well if people don't click on your results. So. Jim and Ann Show.
Yeah, we need a new song. Panda, panda, panda.
Panda. We're gonna talk about Panda.